So today's video is, can we normalize canceling people, unblocking people, deleting people, cleaning out your phone for people that you just, for what? Why do you have space for people who just really don't care about you, who don't support you, let alone encourage you and check in with you on the regular? Keep watching, this message is for you. I'm gonna be really honest, I was never this confident. I was not allowed I wasn't loud with my voice. The confidence that I have today, I really do wish I had it in my 20s. I really do. And looking back and reflecting, and I get those moments where you just kind of sit back and you have a conversation with yourself. And I had a conversation recently with this girl, and she was telling me about a few coworkers and I think a few people from her old job that, they still follow each other, but she could feel like indirect shade sometimes, or they're in these group chats and they exclude her, or whatever the case is. And I told her, just unfollow them. And she was just like, well, I don't want to be petty like that. What is being petty about that? I don't want to follow back or look at anybody else if they don't appeal to me, if I'm not gaining something positive in return from it. Because bottom line is, it doesn't matter what good or bad you're going to do in this world. People are always going to judge you. People are always going to feel some type of way. And I always think the biggest writers are the people who don't even know you. It's like I say, I get great support on social media, but yet the people that are closest in my knit circle, there's very few that really I can actually be open and conversive with my personal struggles, because we just don't align. Does it mean I'm better? No, but why do we have this obligation? I don't know where this fear comes from with certain people, where you feel like, I can't do that. Why? We already live in a time too where toxic is glorified as, let's be real, guys will be like, oh yeah, it's kind of sexy when a girl's like toxic. Like confidence is out the window I feel like, to a certain extent, because we're glorifying this whole toxicity. Like, yeah, she's got to get jealous to show like that I like her. He's got to be X, Y, and Z because I thrive on it. And I know people that thrive on drama. But if it doesn't sit well with you, why entertain it? And I feel like it's because it's become so normalized. It's in music, it's in our culture, it's in TV shows, it's in magazines, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And I feel like that's just the way the media, I feel like, even the music industry, everything, just the way it's groomed this level of toxicity, how there's like this addictive drug. And I'm like, for what? What do you really gain out of it? What do you really gain out of it? Think about it. And I always tell people too, like, I recently just did a purge like on my Instagram, and I'm like, you know what, and like, people I don't follow, or they were just like burner accounts that just followed me back, and I followed them back in the beginning because this is my third Instagram from being taken down multiple times from 2020 from big tech, and it's my biggest thing is, for me, is I like encouraging other women when it comes to safety, when it comes to protecting your children, and tactics to look out for, especially with how high the trafficking is. That's my biggest focus. And that is where I'm censored. That is where I'm silenced. And I was thinking back to, it worked out being banned multiple times. And I'm going to share that in another video because I don't want to talk about it too much on today. But when I was going through my list, I'm like, these people don't even, and it's so crazy because if you think about it, and we've heard this too, you can post on your story and you could have 100, 200, 300, whatever it is, views. You'll post a picture and you'll get maybe 15 likes. And it really just shows how much people just don't like to see other people do good. You know what I mean? We live in a time too where there's a lot of entitlement and there's a lot of jealousy. And I wanted to take a step back and work on myself more this year. And I'm actually really proud of just the personal goals that I've been working on with myself. Do I need to feel the need to share them with everybody? Absolutely not. I actually don't even, I think only one person really knows what I'm really trying to work on. But other than that, no. You need to move in silence, but if something or somebody is not sitting well, it doesn't resonate with your heart and soul, let it go. Let it go. Like, what are you holding it down? What are you holding on for? And I always tell people that, like, when you're sick, or if you have a flat tire, who's really there for you besides AAA? Because that's a paid for service. Who's there for you? Are any of those 150 friends that are in your phone, if you called them or put up a story real quick on your Snapchat, do you think anyone will pull through? Like, it's a cold world. You got to fend for yourself. And I feel like, too, you get to control from your phone to a certain extent who has access to you. And that's why I said I started purging, deleting numbers, unfollowing. I was like, I don't talk to you. You're done. wish you well. And it's not about being bitter either. It's just that I wish them well, but it's just that you're not in my limelight no more. You're not in this new transition that I'm going through with yourself. And everybody has different goals, everybody has different movements, everybody has a different calling, everybody has different talents. You need to align yourself with those people that'll align and support you. Like, I love this gym family that I have because it's a different level of grind than what the average person thinks of working out with. You know, there's like a different energy when it comes to training. I thrive on that. And that's that makes me happy. That fuels me, like, because it's a hobby. It's something that I enjoy. It's my outlet to get away from the real world, to just kind of zone out in there, you know? But if you're trying to, like I said, and I see this all the time. Like, there was a girl I was talking to from high school. She just got off social media recently. She took like a good 6-month break, and she started a business. And it's so crazy from how many people would follow her, and then they look at her business account, not even half would even show her support or repost back. You know, and you have to believe in yourself and move forward and thrive and put yourself as a priority, because nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. If you unfollow somebody, what's the worst they're going to do? Oh my gosh. Like, did you really just unfollow me? I saw my count went down to 1,400, now to 1,399. People really be obsessing like that. Why even have that? Let it go. This is just, like I said, this is temporary. Work on yourself and enjoy. Like, for me, when I go on social media, I love looking at certain people. I'm like, wow, I wonder what she's doing. Or I like watching certain stay-at-home moms getting different tactics. You know, what are some other options, you know, for X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. Like, my son's doing first grade in homeschool, so I want to look at more homeschool moms that are inspiring, or other TikToks, vice versa. You know what I mean? Fitness, health. I like looking at quick recipes. You know, I don't want to look at trash that doesn't stimulate me. But that's what it is. We're in a time where, like, let's just get caught up with these trashy Instagram posts for what? What are you getting out of it? Like, I understand there's humor, but also too, it's also very mentally exhausting, especially on your mind. And it does affect your spirit. I don't care what anybody says. This will affect your spirit. These are very stimulating devices. When I got my eyes checked recently too, we were talking about it, because my optometrist was like, Adri, you know, how long are you on the phone for? I was like, well, you know, I am active on social media, but I give myself these really extreme breaks. Like, I only like to do, like, I'll answer back comments like every, 2 weeks. I'll make so many TikToks or whatever the case is, but at night, usually by like afternoon, I will completely turn this off. If I have to go through emails or something, I will go on my computer. I will turn this off and I leave it in the hallway. I don't like looking at it until the next morning. Maybe like once I'm like eating breakfast or something. You know what I mean? I want to take care of the things that are important first, but we get so caught up and sucked in on this. Or we get those girls too, or certain people, or even certain guys just like, oh my gosh, like so-and-so saw that I was out. Did you see my story? Did you see R? He actually checked my story. Like, well, so what? So what? If you don't want them looking at you, block them, unfollow them. Simple. Y'all should see my block list. I should make another Instagram for my block list. I don't care. I don't care. If it doesn't sit well or resonate with my heart and soul, I don't want it. And to prove a point too, just to prove a point recently, I have a friend from high school. I don't want to say who this person is, but he went through a divorce. He went through a lot. And I was always that one. He had a talk. I was there. Whatever it was, I told my husband, I was like, hey, he's on a verge of, he went borderline suicide for a while, and I felt like I had to talk to him. And he was super supportive. And my husband was like, yeah, talk to him, whatever. One time it was like 8:30 at night. I'm already getting ready to go to bed. And I'm talking to him. Mind you, I've done all this effort. And then I decided to take a break, and I don't answer nobody for like a few weeks. He got all mad at me. When was the last time you checked in with me? When was the last time you texted me and said, hey, you know what? How are you doing? How are you doing? Right? People don't do that no more. And I really, like I said, and feel like I needed to do that to prove a point. But also too, it kind of shows to me, because I was so immune to just letting people just walk all over me, or just like I have to leave them there because I've known them for so many years, so they need to be on my social media. No, I deleted them. I don't care. I don't care about followers. I don't care about any of that, because I feel like your followers is like your community of people that really like gang rock with you. But I also feel like you should be taking something positive from it. I like showing encouragement. I can't like everybody's stuff, but if I can go through at least for like, maybe like 10 minutes, I'll go through who my feed is, who's popped up, and like certain things and show love back, I do. I do. It's about showing gratitude, and a lot of people don't have that. Everybody has this entitlement like they owe you. Nobody owes you anything, okay? Nobody owes you anything. So it's time to take a stand for yourself. Let it go. Let it go, because if you want growth, it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're not going to thrive being comfortable. Anyways, we're going to close out that video with that. I really hope this finds a little inspo to anybody out there, a gentleman, a female. It really does not matter, but do not feel like you need to keep certain people for whatever it is, their title, or how long they've been around, or whatever it is. I don't know. But let's normalize and canceling what's not healthy for us. And let's normalize. Let's start normalizing what actually stimulates and who actually shows encouragement for us, who makes effort for us, who actually texts and calls us. Okay? Can we start doing that? I think a great exercise is, if you haven't talked to certain somebody in the last 6 months, delete them from your phone. Why have it there? You have open this way, you have open space for somebody that actually is meant to be there and show effort, that actually gives, that actually just genuinely cares. So go through your phone. I encourage you to go through your phone. If you want to go through your followers too, do the same thing. And it is time to clean house and stop normalizing what isn't healthy for you and your mind that triggers your mental health. And let's start normalizing what's good for it. Until the next video, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.